All right, well, welcome to Virtual Design Master. It is that time of year. It is the start of season 5, and we couldn't be happier. I definitely, it's been a long time in waiting for people that are watching. We've had a bit of a technical challenge, so you're watching this not directly live, but you're going to see the uploaded version, and you're going to see some changes in how we're delivering Virtual Design Master here in season 5. With that, if you don't already know me, my name is Eric Wright. I am at Disco Posse on Twitter, and I'm part of the creative team here. And of course, a creative team is just that. With that, I'll introduce the rest of the team. Angelo, do you want to start?
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Welcome back, everyone, to Season 5 of Virtual Design Master. Really excited to see what challenges Melissa has for everyone. I haven't seen them yet, so we'll really excited to see what's upcoming.
And hi, everybody. I'm Melissa. I have this reputation of being evil VMIS on Twitter. That kind of breaks my whole one name thing, evil VMIS. But I create the challenges here on Virtual Design Master, and I have some really cool things in store for our competitors this year.
Nice.
Cool.
So, Angela, I guess you want to start off. Tell us about, for the folks that are brand new to it, tell us about Virtual Design Master.
Yeah, so for those folks that might be just joining us this year in Season 5, VDM, or Virtual Design Master, has really grown over the last 5 years. Eric did a recap of some of the numbers recently, and we were viewed in over 100 countries, which is pretty amazing. And we had nearly 50,000 viewing minutes, which is really cool. And one of the sort of offshoots of that is getting to meet folks at VMworld in particular. And it's great because when folks come up to us or we get a chance to meet folks that, they'll tell us, yeah, I'm from Brazil, or I'm from India, or et cetera. And it's great to make those connections at VMworld from VDM. So it's really exciting. But let's get to some of the upcoming news. So Melissa is going to share the judges, who the judges are for Season 5.
Absolutely. Before I share the judges, I just want to talk a little bit about Virtual Design Master and what it's done for some of our community members and how it's helped people. If you're looking to get into the world of IT architecture, it can be really hard to get started. It can also be really hard to put these ideas into practice when you don't necessarily do design work on a daily basis. So that's one of the reasons we created Virtual Design Master. We want people to be able to learn with a group and get this exposure they wouldn't have in their daily lives as an administrator or an ops guy or whatever you might do. Maybe you're not even a virtualization person. Maybe you're the networking guy, but you want to learn virtualization, you want to learn design. This is a great way to do it. We've had a lot of support from the community. We've had VCDXs supporting us throughout this journey, and I'm really happy to announce it in the last year. We've had 2 of our contestants, Byron Schaller, who is VCDX 231, get his VCDX this year, and Sean Massey, who is VCDX 237, get his VCDX this year. And I don't know if I count because I'm not actually competitive, but I also got my VCDX this year, and I'm VCDX 236. So that's really, really exciting that people who got their start with some of this work on Virtual Design Master are really getting over that goal line, improving their virtualization knowledge and their enterprise architecture knowledge. So I just want to reminisce a minute because, I became a VCDX this year. So near and dear to my heart is standing in front of 3 VCDXs and having questions thrown at me. Technically, it was 4 VCDXs because my moderator was the VCDX as well. So you're in this room of VCDXs, and they're asking you these questions, and it's something you haven't done before, and it's a little stressful. You don't know what to expect until you get into that room. And what I've heard a lot going into the whole process, and what I've learned myself, is that practice makes perfect. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to have 3 VCDXs be our judges for our contestants this year. So I'm really proud to introduce that Byron Schaller, VCDX 231, who actually got his VCDX after being a part of Virtual Design Master, will be a judge, as well as Leor Kamrat, who is VCDX 230, will also be judging this season. And last but certainly not least, Rebecca Fitzhugh, VCDX 243, we actually passed in the same defense. We were in Palo Alto together, will also be a judge this year. So we have 3 VCDX judges to kind of put our contestants in the hot seat after they've responded to their challenges?
I think there's nothing better to know that, people that have come through this community together, that have helped each other to get to that milestone. It's incredible. Obviously, congratulations to Melissa, to Rebecca, to Byron, and of course to Sean, while Sean's not joining us this season.
And
Lior, of course. That's right. Lior has gone
for reason number 2.
That's right. And if we look at the backgrounds that a lot of us came from, we've come from varying areas, and we've actually moved into different areas too. So you're seeing a lot of stuff. We saw the introduction of some AWS stuff with Timothy in season 3, I believe that Timothy was coming through, and as a result of that became sort of part of the de facto challenge in season 4. And Timothy has actually since moved on and is now a technical account manager, a senior technical account manager for AWS. So again, lots of folks have come through this community and have seen the value of doing this and have landed in different positions and different opportunities as well.
Absolutely.
It's very, very cool. With that, I want to get to season 5. We have an exciting list of folks. I'm gonna read these off real quick. They're not in any particular order. But we have 14 folks that are joining us for the first entry. With that, I'd like to introduce, we have Nigel Hickey, a good friend of the community. All of these folks are. They're well known, and some are fresh to some of the VMware folks in our circles. Chris Porter, Venkatesh Sekar, Adil Siddiqui, Dale Handley, Kyle Jenner, Stalin Pena. Stalin, also a returning contestant from season 4. Anthony.
Just think people actually went through this and came back for more.
That tells you something right there.
That's surprising to me.
Anthony Hook, Gareth Edwards also. So Gareth came in, he was a podium finisher in season 4, and Gareth is coming back for another round. So that's very, very cool. And Tim Smith, Brett Johnson, Mutahir Ali Syed, Mutahir also a participant from season 4, is rejoining us, as well as Adam Post. We've got a couple of other folks that are potentially going to join us, and we haven't got final confirmation. It's an exciting part of the season as we kind of get everybody ramped up. We do know there's a pretty stiff time commitment, and there's a lot required in order to support this. And supporting it is also an important part of why we have sponsors that help to feed back to this community, not in giving just technical guidance, but actually the entire prize packages. We try and make this a lot of fun, and through the course of doing that, a lot of community supporters through their corporations have joined us in delivering the ability for us to give something a bit of a light at the end of that tunnel. And we're happy to welcome our premier sponsor this year is Round Tower Technologies, who's going to lead out with our grand prize. We're of course thankful to both, Renee Vandenbedem, Renee's a huge supporter of VDM and was a judge in the past. Renee works at Round Tower, as well as Byron. So Byron also works with Round Tower, and they were great to bring this up to them, and Round Tower was happy to join us and give some support. This year's supporting hosting provider is Packet.net. So we are very happy because this is the first time we've ever featured Packet.net, who it does bare metal cloud hosting. Take a look at their stuff.
Don't give them any hints.
That's right.
They're going to figure out what's coming.
That's the best we can say. How we're going to use it is a whole different set of interesting problems. We have Byron Schaller, who's also not just a judge, but he's contributing part of our prize pool, as well as Rebecca Fitzhugh. Rebecca, of course, again, another great community contributor and a VCDX mentor, and all these folks we're very, very proud of all the help they give us. We also have an anonymous community contributor. I'll give a wink because you know who you are, and we want to give huge thanks to a second-time community supporter. And James Brown. James, being a previous Virtual Design Master participant, is contributing our Judge's Choice, which is going to be a one-time prize that's going to be given from the judges to somebody who doesn't necessarily make it through to the end, but who has a very interesting approach to how they deal with the designs. We also have Jason Langer, who again is a multi-season contributor. Jason is a great person, great community contributor, and he's also supporting us again in season 5. And this one is a very interesting and proud one. This is not just a community contribution, but a viewer contribution. We're proud to announce that Frank Denneman is offering 10 copies of his brand new book, which is the vSphere 6.5 Host Resources Deep Dive. We're going to have 10 copies available to give out to viewers of Virtual Design Master in Season 5. So we're going to find a fun way to make sure that we get those handed out. That's it. I mean, I say that's it as if it's a small thing. This is huge. And thank you to all the folks who are supporting us, who are watching us, who are participating, and of course to my creative team. We couldn't do this without everybody involved. What do you think, Melissa? I mean, did you think we'd be here talking this kind of level as we got here?
I don't know. I remember writing the first challenge to getting my evil reputation pretty early in Virtual Design Master. I'm looking forward to cooking up some new things maybe for our contestants. And I know how difficult it can be, and I know how time-consuming it can be, but I know how much it can benefit. So good luck, everyone.
That's it.
That's all I have to say. Good luck. You'll need it.
Angelo, any advice that you would impart upon our participants as they get started?
Yeah, get enough sleep now before the real work starts. And folks following on Twitter, you know, I want to encourage you to nudge along your favorite competitor or any of the competitors for that matter. And also a reminder to people that you can view past design documents on our GitHub page. You can find that through virtualdesignmaster.io. If you're interested in looking back, and I think you'll see a progression where, season 1 was basically around virtual machines, and then up to season 4, we really transitioned through the stack where we went from like containers and network virtualization and all kinds of.
Really, what's left for this season?
Good question.
So many choices.
Yeah.
I wonder.
So so it's really interesting how that we sort of progressed through that stack.
And that's good because, like you said, Angela, those resources are there for everybody. So everybody who's looking for, if you're looking for network design experience, learn more about containers, virtualization, whatever you want, it's all there for you. If you need to, you feel like you need to practice, if you just want to take a couple hours and jot down a little design, just go download a challenge, take a look at it, and you can compare what you came up with to what the other competitors have come up with in the past as well.
Absolutely. And it helps also with getting an understanding of what judges may ask in terms of the design docs. So
you won't be ready for what they ask, I promise. You won't be.
The one thing we're going to miss is in honor of Brian Kirsch. Brian can't join us as a judge. Someone's got to mention blades and show us why it's a great idea and why it's a terrible idea, all in the same design. It's always a big throwback to folks that know Brian and his past experiences with us. So with that, we are winding up. Welcome to Virtual Design Master Season 5. Of course, follow along on Twitter. It's twitter.com/VDM Challenge is our main account that we use there. Just follow along with the Virtual Design Master hashtag, and you can keep track of everything that's going on while it's happening live. And of course, you go to virtualdesignmaster.io, where you can see the full live site. We're going to have our participants updated this week as we prepare for the big launch and the full introduction. And of course, we can find our challenges and past episodes there. If you have any questions, of course, you know how to find us all. I'm Eric Wright. I'm at Disco Posse. Angelo, let us folks know how to find you.
Yeah, really hard Twitter handle, at Angelo Luciani.
And I have to destroy everything because my Twitter handle is at VMIS33.
Good stuff.
And with that, welcome to Virtual Design Master Season 5. We will see you in the cloud.